Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hear me, your biology teacher. Okay, beta. First, I'm giving you some instructions. Listen these instructions carefully and follow them. Okay, beta. Now, first, keep your biology book with you. Okay, and second, don't raise your hand during my lecture. If you want to ask any question, you can ask me through question answering session through chatting. Okay, beta. Third one, uh, mm, after completion of my topic, I will show you my home task slide. Okay, you take a screenshot of this home task slide and complete homework in your fair biology copies with good writing and with good presentation. Okay, beta. Okay. Now today we are starting the topic circulatory system of frog. Okay, we are studying chapter 2 and the topic of today is circulatory system of frog. First, I will define you what is circulatory system. The system which transports the oxygen, nutrients, hormones and waste material within the animal body is called the circulatory system. Means you circulate means beta circulate means the cycle is going on. Okay, the blood circulates means it is starting and start to circulate in the body and again come back into the blood and again supply from the blood. Okay, beta. Means this is the meaning of circulate. Okay, and you can easily you are listening means transport. Transport means supply. Which things are supplying through circulatory system? Oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste materials. Okay, waste material means carbon dioxide gas is exchanging through blood. Okay, and oxygen is dissolving in the blood. Okay, beta. That's why this is the proper definition of circulatory system. Circulatory system of frog. Frog has closed type circulatory system which consists of heart and blood vessels. Okay, frog has closed type. What is mean by closed type? Beta, animals having two types of circulatory system: open type circulatory system or closed type circulatory system. Okay, in open type circulatory system, blood flows within the living body without vessels. Okay. In open type circulatory system, blood circulate into the living body without vessels means filled in the tissues. Filled in the tissues. Okay, beta. And very good examples of closed type circulatory systems are arthropods and molluscus. Okay, means grasshopper we can say very good example. And in closed type circulatory system, in this system, blood flows inside the blood vessels and does not come in direct contact with the tissues. Again, I'm repeating. In closed type circulatory system, blood flows inside the blood vessels and blood does not come in direct contact with the tissues. And good examples are vertebrates. You are vertebrates. Frog is a vertebrate. Okay, the means blood flows within vessels, through vessels. Okay, beta. And in frog, there are three types of blood vessels are present. Okay, these blood vessels are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries are the blood vessels which carry blood away from the heart, which carry oxygenated blood away from the heart to all parts of the body. Okay, and veins are the blood vessels which return the oxygenated blood from all parts of the body towards the heart. Okay, this is the main difference. Okay, arteries are supplying oxygen to blood, veins are taking back blood towards the heart, but this blood is deoxygenated. Okay, beta. And capillaries are the very fine blood capillaries, and they exchange material between tissues and blood. Okay, beta. These are three types of blood vessels are present in frog circulatory system. Now we are coming circulatory system of frog consists of heart and blood vessels. Now I am telling you about the structure of heart of frog. The heart of frog is a strong muscular pumping organ. because it pumps the blood with pressure. Okay, pumping organ having reddish in color, conical in shape, and located between the esophagus and sternum. Esophagus, what is esophagus? Beta? Esophagus is a food pipe. Okay, esophagus is a food pipe. ठीक है बेटा? And sternum, sternum is a very sternum. Sternum. Beta, sternum is a very strong bone, which is the part of the skeletal system. Part of the skeletal system, and it protects the heart into the bony cage of ribs. Okay, beta. This is the sternum. It means the heart of frog is located between the body in the body cavity between esophagus and sternum. Okay, and it is reddish in color. Shape is conical. Means the heart of frog is enclosed into a membrane. This membrane is called pericardium. Okay, this membrane is called pericardium. Okay, beta. Now, the heart of frog consists of two types of chambers. Two types of chambers means true chambers and accessory chambers. TRUE true. True false करते हैं ना? True. TRUE true. True chambers. Three true chambers and two accessory chambers. Three true chambers and two accessory chambers. True chambers are three. They are right auricle, left auricle, or atrium, or ventricle. Okay. And accessory chambers, accessory means beta helping, only just for helping. So means these are two, and I am see the diagram beta. You can easily observe right auricle or atrium. We can say, see the cursor on the screen. Left auricle means left auricle. This is the left auricle. Okay, are you seeing? This is ventricle. These are three true chambers are present in the heart of frog. Okay, these are three true chambers. Okay, beta. Now, and these two chambers. First, I am discussing these chambers, right and left. Both are thin walled chamber. Thin. Their walls are very thin. Okay. Okay, beta. And they form the anterior part of the heart of frog. What is mean by anterior? Anterior means starting part. You know, every organ of the body or everything having two parts, anterior and posterior. Anterior means starting part, posterior means ending part. Okay, beta. So means both atriums, right and left atrium or auricle, are thin walled and they form the broader part of the heart and anterior part of the heart. Okay, beta. Now, okay, and now see the right auricle. See here, right auricle. Right auricle atrium contains deoxygenated blood. Contains the deoxygenated blood. Okay, you know, always we do the good works with the help of good hand, but here the right auricle contains deoxygenated blood. Okay, and this deoxygenated blood comes into the right auricle from sinus venosus. From sinus venosus. Okay, sinus venosus is the accessory chamber. I will tell you when we go forward. Okay, and now see left auricle. Left auricle contains oxygenated blood, and this oxygenated blood comes into the left auricle from lungs. From lungs, and from lungs it's come from the pulmonary vein. Again, I'm repeating: right auricle, left auricle. Right auricle having deoxygenated blood, beta. Left auricle having oxygenated blood. Remember this thing in your mind. Okay, it's very very important points I'm telling you. Now see ventricle. This is the posterior part. See the cursor. I am moving on a ventricle. See the spelling ventricle. Tricle. Ventricle. Ventricle is a thick walled, and it is one single chamber. Okay, but it is one single chamber. Okay, this is only one single chamber. This is thick walled chamber. It forms the posterior part of the heart of frog. It forms the posterior part of the heart of frog. It is, what is the quality of this? This is thick walled, conical in shape. Observe the shape of ventricle. Conical in shape. Okay, thick walled chamber. And you know ventricle. Ventricle having ventricle shape is conical and from the posterior part of the heart of frog. And the most important thing, ventricle receives. Ventricle contains both types of blood, oxygenated and deoxygenated both. How? Because ventricle and sorry right auricle and left auricle contracts at the same time, and the blood from the right and left comes into the ventricle, which is of two types. You know, better frog having three true chamber. We are human beings, because I have told you that mostly system of frog are very much resemble to the human body. But here I am telling you difference also. Frog has have only one ventricle. Human being having two ventricle. That's why the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood is separated into the human body. But in frog, both types of blood come into the ventricle. But here the one septum. But how these two types of blood separate with each other into the ventricle, beta? Because there is a septum. Septum means very thin membrane-like structure is present into the ventricle, and these two types of blood separate with each other because of this septum. Okay, beta. That's why this is the information about the ventricle and atrium. Right auricle or atrium, left auricle or atrium. Okay, beta. Now see the diagram. You are observing first, before explaining the accessory chambers, I want to tell you about, you are seeing observing that ventral view and dorsal view. First you should understand the meaning of what are these views. First you have to understand what are these views, then automatically inshallah you will understand what are accessory chamber and where they are present. Okay, now see, first see the ventral view. Ventral, beta, ventral word is derived from the Latin word. Okay, Latin word venter. Ventral word is derived from the Latin word venter. Venter means belly. Belly. Okay, means means front surface of the body, because we have the belly, and belly is the front surface of our body, like that frog having the ventral view. When the frog is dissected, when the frog is dissected, it is always dissected through the ventral view. It is always dissected through the belly, from the belly. Okay, from lower side to upper side, you always apply the cut from, yeah, do you remember anatomy? Again, you observe that anatomy is again coming here, means we cut from lower to upper side. Okay, so means when the belly is open, when the body is open of frog, the view of the heart of frog which we see in front of our eye, this view of heart of frog is ventral view. This is the ventral view, and on the ventral side of heart of frog, the truncus arteriosus, this is the accessory chamber, is present. Okay, then dorsal view. Dorsal view, but a dorsal word is also arise from the Latin word dorsum. Dorsum meaning back, back side. Okay, back surface of the body. So means when we dissected the frog, the first view of the heart of frog, which we see, this is ventral view. But at the back side of the heart of view, which is towards the back, where the vertebral column is present, and this side of the heart of frog is called dorsal view, beta. Okay, and the sinus venosus, which is the accessory chamber of heart of frog, present at the dorsal side of the heart of frog. Okay, so means these are every organ in the living body having two views, dorsal view and one ventral view. Ventral view in front of eyes from the belly side, and the dorsal view towards the back, towards the back. This is called the dorsal view. Okay, this is the location I have told you where the accessory chambers are present. Okay, beta. Accessory chambers, I have told you, these are the chambers which help in blood circulation. So first I am telling you about the sinus venosus. Observe the diagram. Observe the diagram, and my cursor is moving on the diagram, beta. You see, this is the triangular in shape. Observe the shape of the sinus venosus, triangular in shape. Okay, beta. This is thin walled chamber. triangular in shape, okay, and it receives the deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body, and pour this blood into the right auricle. I have told you, na, right auricle having deoxygenated blood, and this blood is comes from the sinus venosus. Okay, beta. And in sinus venosus, this deoxygenated blood comes from the all parts of the body. But from all parts of the body, from where this blood is coming, please try to understand this topic. Need very good and it's strong concentration from your side, beta. Please try to understand. This is very important. You see the my cursor, I'm showing you upper side of the, see the upper side of the sinus venosus. There are two broad vessels, are you seeing? These are pedicavals, okay. And see the lower side of the sinus venosus, one more blood vessel, you are seeing, this is called post cavity. These are three broad vessels which are formed by the union of veins, okay. Means the blood from all parts of the body which is deoxygenated at first enters into the pedicavals and post caval. Upper portion pedicavals, lower portion post caval, okay. Now it enters into the sinus venosus, and from sinus venosus it goes towards the right auricle. Okay, beta. Please, please remember these points when I will sum up my topic. These points are very much important. Okay, okay. Now sinus venosus. I have told you thin wall chamber, triangular in shape. Okay, and which type of blood it has and from where it is coming. I told you. Now come on the next is truncus arteriosus. Observe the diagram. I am moving my cursor on the diagram. See the shape. This shape is looking like it is resembled with the again tube-like structure. Am I saying? Yes, beta. This is the tubular structure. Its shape is like a tube. Okay, but okay, and it is thick walled. Sinus venosus thin walled. Truncus arteriosus thick walled. Auricles thin walled. Ventricle thick walled. Okay, beta. Truncus arteriosus is a thick walled chamber. Shape is tubular. Okay, and it is, see, observe, it is arising. See my cursor. It is arising from the right side of the ventricle. Are you observing? This is the ventricle, this is the right side. Okay, it is arising from the right side of the ventricle. And first it is dividing into two main arches. Are you seeing? Observe my circle. I am moving again and again my circle on these two main branches of the truncus arteriosus. First is divided into two main branches, and after that each main branch, these two main branch further divided into three main branches. Three main, see my cursor, carotid, systemic, pulmocutaneous. Again I am repeating. Truncus arteriosus first divided into two main branches, see my cursor beta, and then each branch is further divided into main three branches. Each side, right and left both, okay, carotid, systemic, pulmocutaneous, okay, and that's why truncus arteriosus and these arteries of truncus arteriosus form the arterial system of frog. Form the arterial system of frog, okay, beta. Now, again, I am showing the view of the dorsal view of heart of frog. You can clearly observe the diagram of sinus venosus, triangular in shape, thin walled beta. Okay, you can easily observe this diagram. Then, this is the truncus arteriosus, very clear picture, and you can see these two main branches, and then further divided into three main branches: carotid, systemic, and pulmocutaneous. Okay, and these three main branches of the truncus arteriosus form the arterial system of heart of frog. Now, we are coming on the arterial system of frog. We are coming on the arterial system of frog. In the starting, I have told you arteries. Arteries are the blood vessels. Okay, arteries are the blood vessels carrying oxygenated blood from the heart to all parts of the body, because arteries always contains the oxygenated blood beta. Okay, and okay, and the arterial system of frog comprised by the three main arches: carotid, systemic, and pulmocutaneous. And how they work and where they supply the blood, because Heart supply the blood in all parts of the body through these main arches. See the diagram? Pulmocutaneous artery are you seeing? Systemic artery are you seeing? Carotid. And now you have to observe the diagram carefully, okay? And see my cursor. Carotid arteries. See, they are arising from the truncus arteriosus, beta. They are arising from the truncus arteriosus. Okay. You observe the my cursor. They are arising from the truncus arteriosus, and they are further divided into many branches. And these carotid arteries supply blood to the head region of the brain. Head region, head region of the frog means in the head region the brain is present, eyes are present, tongue is present, head muscles are present, ears are present. Okay, these all head regions organs supply blood, receives blood from the carotid arteries. Okay, beta. Now see, the second is systemic artery. Systemic artery, see my cursor, it is arising. This is the second very important arch. It is arising from, this is the left side, this is the right side. Okay, first they are moving upward, they are coming downward in the curve form. In the curve form, they are curving downward, and here this point they are meeting. In this point they are joined together. Okay, and they form a very broad vessel. See, I am moving my cursor. This is dorsal aorta. Form the very broad vessel. This is called dorsal aorta, beta. And the dorsal aorta, dorsal. I have told you the meaning of dorsal. Dorsal means towards the back. Okay, so means these two systemic arches join posteriorly and form a very broad vessel. This is called dorsal aorta. Okay, beta. And dorsal aorta is much divided into fine branches, and it supply the oxygenated blood towards the all organs which are present into the lower body, like pancreas, liver, genital organs, digestive system, forelimbs, hind limbs. Okay, they supply the oxygenated blood to the lower region body. Okay, beta, like that. This is the function of the and responsibility of the systemic heart. Third one, pulmocutaneous, beta, is very, very much important. Why? Because pulmonary. Yesterday we discussed pulmo means lungs, cutaneous means skin, and beta. So means see when it is arising. See my cursor. It is arising. It is singular from each side, left and right. Okay, but after arising, it is divided further into two branches. Pulmocutaneous. To me, it is divided into two branches. One is going towards the skin. See my cursor, to skin. Cutaneous, it is divided into two further branches, cutaneous artery and pulmonary artery. Cutaneous will go towards the skin, frog respires through skin as well, okay? But in and the pulmonary artery goes towards the lungs, okay? But you remember, pulmonary, pulmonary artery is going towards the lungs, why? What is going on in the lungs? In the lungs, the respiration, the oxygen diffuses in, carbon dioxide gas is diffuses out. So means respiration process is going on. Okay, the one step of gaseous exchange is taking place in the lung beta. So means what will happen when this artery will come into the lungs? Which type of blood it should have? It should have deoxygenated blood. It should have deoxygenated blood beta. So means pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein, because in the starting we have discussed arteries always supply oxygenated blood. It is decided, okay? But the pulmonary artery is the single one artery which supply the deoxygenated blood and carry the blood towards the lungs for getting oxygen. Okay, are you getting my point? This is very, very much important point of this lecture. Okay, like that, when I have told you, means see the diagram again. I am showing you. See this diagram. Sinus, pulmonary vein. एक minute. Pulmonary vein is the single one artery. See the diagram. This diagram. Pulmonary vein, the single one vein which brings the oxygenated blood. Veins always collect the dioxygen, but the pulmonary vein is a single one vein which which brings the oxygenated blood from the lungs into the left auricle. Okay, have you got it? My point. It means these points are very, very much important of this chapter. So means this is the responsibility of these three arteries Again, I'm repeating carotid, pulmocutaneous, and systemic. Okay, I hope you all of them have understood the arterial system of frog. Okay, beta. Now, in the end, I am again repeating the how the blood is supplying into the frog heart. This is the right auricle, left auricle. They both of them contract together, means deoxygen blood and oxygen blood. Both of them come together into the ventricle. Ventricle. These two types of blood are present, but separate through the septum. From here, the oxygenated blood moves, both blood move at the same time into the truncus arteriosus. Oxygenated blood from carotid arteries, from systemic arteries supply to all parts of the body, but only the pulmonary arteries which carry the deoxygenated blood towards the lungs. Okay, that's why the blood circulation of blood circulation is going on into the frog. How? Means both atriums contract together, okay, and both types of blood come into the ventricle. When ventricle contracts, blood goes into the truncus arteriosus. Truncus arteriosus form the arterial system of heart of frog beta. There are three arteries are arising, three arches are arising. Carotid goes towards the head, systemic goes to the lower body of the region, supply the oxygenated blood, but in the pulmocutaneous, cutaneous will supply blood to the skin, which will be the oxygenated, but the pulmonary will be the deoxygenated blood for getting oxygen from the lungs. Okay, I hope you all of them have understood better. And today I am just reviewing my lecture today. Today we have discussed, again see my slides. Today we have discussed about the circulatory system of frog, but first I define circulatory system. I told you about the circulatory system of frog consists of heart and blood vessels. I have told you three types of blood vessels. I have told you the structure of heart of frog. Frog heart consists of three true chamber, TRUE, true chambers, and two accessory chambers. You can easily observe the chamber, right auricle, left auricle, and one ventricle is there. Auricles are the thin wall chamber, ventricle is a thick wall chamber. Two accessory chambers, sinus venosus and sinus venosus and truncus arteriosus. Okay, sinus venosus thin wall, truncus arteriosus thick wall. Sinus venosus are triangular in shape, but the truncus arteriosus is tubular in shape. Okay, sinus venosus receives the oxygenated blood from all parts of the body. Truncus arteriosus receives both types of blood from the ventricle. Okay, and from in this ventricle the blood is coming from the auricles. Okay, and this truncus arteriosus is, see the again diagram, again divided into three branches, okay beta, and supply the blood to different regions of the heart of frog, except pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is going towards the lungs with the oxygenated blood. Okay, this is the sum of my summary. Now I'm showing you, see my home task slide. I'm showing you, I'm reading the question. Okay, I hope you all of them have understood my circulatory system of frog beta. Describe the circulatory system of frog with label diagram of dorsal and ventral view of heart of frog. This is the question you have to write in your CR copies of biology. Answer from slide number 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10. Diagram from book page number 54. You can easily, and again I'm showing you this diagram. This diagram on page number 54 you have to draw, okay, with the structure of heart of frog. After that, the second question, explain arterial system of heart of frog with label diagram. Answer from slide number 11, 13, 14, 15. Diagram from book number 55, and this diagram I'm showing you from my slide. This diagram of arterial system of frog. Arterial system of frog you have to draw in your fair copies with good labeling. Okay, labeling should be right hand side, diagram within the box. Okay beta, use sharp pencil for drawing. Always remember my instructions for drawing. Okay, don't forget my instructions. Your work should be neat and clean. I hope you all of them have understood my topic. Okay, I have showed you diagram, and now students, please take a screenshot of my home task. I'm showing you, yes, I am giving you seconds or a minute. Please take a screenshot beta of this home task. Okay, okay, beta. Now, all of them, I hope you all of them have understood. In next class, inshallah, when we will meet together, I will focus on my topic, Venus system of rock. Okay, beta. Venus system of rock, we will focus. So you will come with the PD study of this topic. Okay, inshallah, inshallah, we will meet in the next class. Allah Hafiz.